Hey folks, quick video update, just to update you on some of the trades that we've got on. I did a live stream this morning. My voice is a bit harsh, or a bit worn out, I suppose, so it was quite a long one. I was setting up a new software program. Let's go across and have a look. That was Bitcoin. Let's stay with Bitcoin. Looking like it's trying to form a base here. Now, we're long on Bitcoin from around 63,000, and we're at 64,000 now. There's the order block plus, that's the buying zone. It's also a Fibonacci retracement of this little move up. So here's the day chart in Bitcoin. What I did notice today, and I covered this in the live stream, if you were there, you'll have heard this, that on the weekly chart, this is super interesting. On this week chart, you can see that the previous Bitcoin high was around 68,500. This time we just poked up through it, only up to 73,000 and back down again. But what's more interesting, if we zoom in here on this week chart, we have not closed above that previous all-time high on a weekly basis, not once. And that's very typical of these sorts of moves when we retrace to an all-time high on stock markets and commodities, every other market that you look at, make a fractionally higher high, stop out all of those who went exuberantly long and the FOMOs and all those sorts of traders. More delight for the hodlers who may end up being disappointed if this pulls back. So keep in mind that this is a classic fake out new all-time high and then a pullback. And how deep this pullback goes is anyone's guess. I continue to believe as long as we're above 58,000, that's 58,000, I'll show you on the day chart, we should continue to move higher. So the 20-week moving average is at 54,000 and the 50-week moving average is at 40,000. So it's conceivable we could get as low as 40,000. I don't think that's the most likely case though. And I'm looking at the 58,000 as a support level. That's this double bottom low, tweezer bottom low here and a previous low over there. So a pretty significant level, around about 58 to 60,000. And I'm hoping that we'll hold above there. Let's look at the 4-hour chart on this and see what this looks like. There's that line, it's pretty clear. And luckily for us, this order block support zone is just above that line. So maybe this pullback into the 50% retracement level of the move up from that support is going to provide support. Zooming in, let's have a look at the 4-hour chart. Looks pretty constructive, but we've got the 50 and the 20 and the 100 and the 200 all above us. We've got to get through those. If we look at that on the hour chart, beautiful spike low there, reversal candle, followed by an inverse hammer, followed by a big bullish candle, but again up into these moving averages. There's the 200 on the hour chart. I kind of like the way this looks and I'm happy with that so far. So we remain long from about 63,000. On gold, I'm still hedged, just moving sideways. I've taken a little bit of the short side of the hedge, so I'm slightly weighted to the long side now. Remember, in 10 hours' time, we've got the Bank of Japan and their interest rate deliberations. And we've also got the GDP and the PCE, which is a really, really important number when it comes to deliberations by the Federal Reserve about interest rates. So I'm slightly weighted long on gold at the moment. I'm willing to add either way, but I don't know what's going to happen after all of this data comes out, starting at around about 3 a.m. my time tonight when the Bank of Japan starts its deliberations. I think pretty much the same on stocks as well, just moving sideways. My positions haven't changed. I'm hedged on NASDAQ, short in video, but now hedged, long on Apple and long on Tesla. We got in right at the bottom, literally about $1 away. This is the weekly chart, and what we're forming here is this piercing pattern. We've also got a falling wedge or a descending wedge, which is ultimately a bullish pattern. And this piercing pattern is a very bullish candle. Let's have a look at the day chart. That's where we got in right at the bottom, around 140, and we're still in. We're now at 163. So let's see how we go on that. I'm holding that long, but I'm also holding the shorts on the NASDAQ and Nvidia, which are now hedged. Going across to currencies, I continue to think that this is a bit of a mess right now. We're short on the dollar yen. It's trying to form a top, not very well, but giving it a go. And I'm partially hedged on that currently, but slightly weighted to the short side. The Bank of Japan, who knows what's going to happen tonight with their interest rate decision, and when Ueda or Suzuki begin talking after that. So it's going to be quite an interesting period, I imagine. I've got no trades on the euro or the pound or anything else there. Now, going across to energies, you've got URA and UEC. I'm still holding those long. I'm about to add a little bit more to the long side on UEC. We've fallen into that support. That's what it looks like on the 4-hour, and this is what it looks like on the day chart. So really good support there. It's a good area to be buying. I'll be putting a trade on straight after this, I think. And then natural gas, well, I did a video on this and we covered this in the live stream earlier today. Basically, I'm still long on Oanda. I'm thinking about inching into futures contracts right here, but I've got the Oanda trades on the continuous contract. Henry Hub rolls over tomorrow. That's going to create some ripples in the market. So let's wait and see before we start getting heavy into the futures. The ETFs like Boyle, UNG, and the Oanda ETF have already got that contango gap built in as they start sort of edging that in the last 2 weeks of the month. So those won't experience a rollover gap. And my broker at Black Bull has already rolled over. That's this chart here. And I'm looking to sort of inch into longs after the rollover. WTI oil, we're short. I just added some more to my short position. Average position now is around about 83.5. And we're now trading at $83. So Not really moving very much, but we'll get going soon, I hope. Have a great trading day, everyone. Remember, Bank of Japan in about 10 hours' time. And then tomorrow we've got GDP and PCE. So it's all up for grabs. So if you've enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate your subscription and your thumbs up, and share it with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.